Look out!
Tuna fish.
Welcome to episode 144 of the SuperHouse Podcast, everyone. This is Andrew, and I'm once again joined by Johnson.
Hey, long time no see.
Sir Joseph.
Hi.
And Maddie.
Oh, hi.
All right. And this week will probably be the end of our Hasbroverse series of episodes where we take a deep dive into the Hasbroverse. In our final installment in the series, at least for now, we will be covering the INHUMANOIDS. This has been the one that I've been most excited to talk about because of how cool it is and how much of a hidden gem it is. So, just to get started off, what are the INHUMANOIDS? The INHUMANOIDS is the title of an animated series and the name of a Hasbro toy property that was released in 1986. This show is highly regarded by those that actually did watch it back in the 80s, and the fan base remains strong to this day. It's kind of a niche, kind of a cult classic, kind of a cartoon. And before we go any further, I think it'd be a good idea if we took a little look at the intro and do a reaction to that. So there that is, guys. 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh, look at all them creatures.
I know, pretty sick, right?
Humanoids! The evil that lies within. Down in the fiery depths of the earth where nightmares begin.
Nightmares.
Humanoids! The evil that lies within.
I know, it's
I
pretty
think I've
sick,
seen
right?
an episode or two of this.
Really? All right.
I love how there's like the voice dub over the actual intro, where it sounds like a lot crisper. You got that one at the end. It's like,
it's weird, right? Like, I feel like there might have been a better way to make an intro, but it's so strange. Something works about it. But I don't know if you guys caught that, but the tagline is "the evil that lies within." Mm-hmm. Transformers has robots in disguise. G.I. Joe has all-American hero, but this is the evil that lies within. It's for kids. Okay.
yeah, I had a couple of these toys.
Dude, if you still have those, man, they're probably worth a little something.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. I think I had them for. Me and my brother had them for a short amount of time, and then they got lost somewhere or left somewhere.
All right. Well, let's go over the basic storyline real quick. We will get to the toy section in a minute, Joey, but INHUMANOIDS tells the story of a scientist hero group, the Earth Corps, as they battle a trio of subterranean monsters called the INHUMANOIDS, with the aid of elemental beings, the Mutors. And the story begins with the discovery of a monstrous creature encased in an amber monolith buried in Big Sur National Park, which is recovered by the government-funded Earth Corps, a geological sciences research team. The finding spurs Blackthorn Shore, a corrupt industrialist, to clandestinely uncover a second monster buried elsewhere, a giant vine-like creature called Tendril, who attacks the Amber Block's public unveiling in San Francisco to release the macabre Colossus trapped within Decompose. They rampage through city streets before fleeing into the watery darkness of the bay. All right. And then one more. Maddie, you haven't done a voice yet. Joey did a couple last episode. So I would like you, if you could read this in some sort of voice. It can be any voice you want.
The Earth Corps member, codenamed Liquidator, returns to Big Sur in search of further clues to the origin of these monsters, whereupon he discovers a race of sentient trees, the Redwoods, who explain that they are members of a subterranean population known as the
Mutors.
And that their kind sealed the evil INHUMANOIDS Tendril and Decompose beneath the earth years ago. The malevolent INHUMANOID leader, Metlar, remains imprisoned below the surface, paralyzed by the magnetic field of a Mutor duo named Magnacore?
Exactly.
Magnocore?
Magnacore, yeah.
All right.
Man, this show's deep, dude.
It's pretty fucking metal, right?
Shit, man. Why isn't there a concept album by some random metal band about this? And everybody's doing it to fucking Tolkien's fucking Lord of the Rings. Shit sounds dope.
I know, right? They could bring this back, man. All right. So we went over the thanks for that, Maddie. We went over the basic storyline here, so let's go over just some facts about the cartoon. The Inhumanoid series did not begin as a conventional 22-minute cartoon, but rather as a slate of 6 to 7 minute shorts that aired as part of the collective Super Sunday half-hour block, alongside other Marvel Sunbow series such as Jem and the Holograms, Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines, and Robotics. Just like you would expect, only Inhumanoids and Jem surpassed their fellow Super Sunday offerings by going on to be expanded into independent full-length shows. Jem, of course, achieved greater success, eventually running to 65 episodes spanning several seasons, while Inhumanoids lasted only one season. In both cases, to begin the series, the introductory quote-unquote movies were cut into 5 separate 22-minute episodes composed of 3 shorts apiece. Inhumanoids was thereafter given the series subtitle, The Evil That Lies Within, a phrase which was included in the lyrics of the opening credits of the show. In every episode, a further 8 22-minute episodes were then produced to yield the standard 13-episode TV season. I could only find online, by the way, 6 episodes. And the rest of these, I don't know where they are. So if anybody has any hints out there, please, SuperHousePodcast at Gmail, or hit us up on Facebook or something. All right. The series proved unusual among children's cartoons of its time by the strong narrative flow that linked episodes in sequence with continuing storylines and the suspenseful threading of subplots. Visually, the show was distinctive for its application of heavy shadow, use of split screens, you guys will see this, it's like a comic book, and sometimes brow-raising for its gory content, such as monstrous amputations or writhing deaths by corrosive acid. It's fucking real, dude. They're fucking is acid in this shit. And it says, which would be hard-pressed to sneak their way into contemporary children's hour programming. Like, what the fuck, man? The cartoon's also said to be kind of different from other cartoons of the time because straight up the villains are more interesting and the heroes are frankly kind of boring. And I think we'll see that when we actually watch the show. The villains and monsters really do shine in this series. So, and it also, as you could probably already tell, had a Lovecraftian influence. I was just thinking this because it was monsters from the deep and like unlocked after a long time of resting and stuff like that. But actually, I found this article where one of the creators, Flint Dial, we talked about him in Visionaries, actually. He worked on this show, too, and he actually did say, the grandfather of all properties like this is H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, remember, I was doing D&D stuff at the time, and D&D and Lovecraft and the newspapers and politics and the Cold War, throw that all together, and you're getting humanoids, Gene. All right. It apparently had a horror aspect. Not apparently. It had a horror aspect. Again, Flint Dill, he actually is the grandson of the guy that created Buck Rogers. We mentioned him in Visionaries and a little bit throughout this whole Hasbro thing. I don't know if you guys remember, but he's the guy that wrote that story, that comic about Transformers a million years before they come to Earth, called Autocracy. So, yeah. And then they asked him, did you guys try to purposefully push the envelope with animated horror to see what you could get away with in a cartoon? And he said, absolutely. All of this came out of when I got into animation, that was 1983, the height of network-dominated shows. There were 3 networks, and they all had these practices about violence in shows. It had all just gone wild. And when Steve Gerber got offered G.I. Joe, somebody had told him, yeah, you can just show some guy punching another guy in the face. I guess that was a big thing at the time. The kind of darkness for this show was generally reserved for Japanese anime at the time, but was pretty much in full swing for Inhumanoids. Very rare for American cartoons. You can find the DVD for anywhere between $30 to $200 on eBay. And I found somebody talking about when they watched the show on Reddit.
In that scene where the main character's girlfriend gets turned into a zombie,
Yeah.
still haunts me to this day. That voice, that terrible, terrible voice. Is that okay?
That was great. I would not have thought of that interpretation, but that's good. That's good.
Oh, did you want like spooky?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's get a second read.
That scene where the main character's girlfriend gets turned into a zombie still haunts me to this day. That voice, that terrible, terrible voice.
Great, man. It sounds
Okay.
even better since it sounds like you're coming from a fucking tin can.
You sure you
Okay.
didn't prefer the like weird upward inflection, like everything's a question?
Yeah. Is there any version of that in Latvia,
What?
Lithuania, wherever the fuck you are?
Oh, like Valley Girls?
Yeah. Any kind of version of that?
Oh, well, I mean, they have like that upward inflection and a lot of stuff. It's like that. It's like, I don't know, I think it's like a Northern European thing.
Oh, all right. All right, so we're basically done with the little cartoon segment there, and we're going to talk about the toys, which is really kind of a big part of this. And to start it all off, as usual, commercial. 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Look at that thing.
Look at that monster. Look at that.
Look at that animation's pretty sick too.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It actually has good animation.
Those kids are so lucky, bro.
I don't
Look how
remember
big
these
he is, man.
Yeah,
it's
they're
huge.
pretty big.
Yeah. I don't remember these at all.
I had the guy with the green suit, I think.
Oh, it's several
I think
commercials.
we had this guy with the
You
rib
had Decompose,
cage.
bro? It's like Cannibal Corpse, the cartoon. The monsters and the humans are totally different
Whoa.
scale.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
goes.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, the monsters are huge. Look at this guy.
I think we had that guy with the
Tendril.
swamp. Yeah, tendrils.
Cattle decapitation, the fucking show.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Grab my line!
Man, they're vegetarians.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tendril will crush you.
Yeah, that guy with the green dude would definitely had.
That's Satan, son.
I'm pretty sure I never watched the cartoon, but I think I probably saw commercials or just them at the toy store.
Look at that. Stretches.
What did that
I
cost?
love the
There's like
hand.
a lava dude, right?
There is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
There
where's
is.
he at?
He's one of the elementals, I think. He shows up. There's a toy of him.
So 1980s, that big one must have cost like 15
This guy,
cents,
right? Yeah, he splits apart. He's like magma and
It's
lava.
not the fucking 40s, dude. It was like $25 probably. The big one.
No, in the 80s, no way.
Shit, I have to look that up. So many. Actually, I haven't watched this yet. I didn't vet this. They're called, fuck. I forgot.
Your friends can't help you now. I'm the leader of the Grand
It is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Escape from the terror.
So he's like digesting.
I don't know
them,
about
right?
that now.
They call them the granites or something, right?
Yes, I think that's it. Yes.
Something like granite, yeah.
Yes.
Sick, dude. I want some toys.
All right.
Evil that lies within.
Yeah, I know.
Can I tell you my main gripe?
Yeah. Let
It's
us know,
called
Johnson.
Inhumanoids, but they are in fact humanoid. They have 2 arms, 2 legs, a head.
Bro, you have thought about this way too much already.
Forward-facing eyes, perhaps ears, a mouth, maybe? They're not invertebrates.
You know what? You're right. What would you call it then, Johnson?
I would call it mutant humanoids. I don't know.
Mutant humanoid. All right.
How much do these toys go for now?
Oh, well, I was going to get to that. They can go from anywhere. A loose one is $20, and then in the box, $200. I think the loose ones are 20. I'm pretty sure. Not too bad.
Dude, I want Tendril, dude.
I'm glad you guys are fucking into this. This is awesome. All right.
I want Decompose, too.
I like Decompose the most, probably, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Is he the one where you like sit in his ribcage and
Yeah,
get
Decompose.
digested? Yeah.
All right. So, going back to this Flint Deal guy, we're going to go back to him a lot. He said he had this to say about the toys. The Inhumanoids were canceled before the toy line was released. Talking about the cartoon. The toy line was an utter bomb. So, they didn't sell well at all. That kind of sucks. But anyway, they were a series of action figures based on the cartoon produced by Hasbro and designed by David McDonald. In 1986, the scientist figures each had an action power and all had glow-in-the-light features. Metlar, Tendril, and Decompose were 14-inch figures, and they are the most sought after right now. The monster figures were much bigger than the human figures in the same line to try to give a sense of scale. Like we said earlier, $200 on eBay if it's MIB, and then
Let me
20.
update you here real quick.
Oh, what do we got?
The cheapest Tendril right now is $34.99, but it's $20 shipping, and there's 6 days left.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, that's out of package. That's not in package.
Yeah, see, most
One out
of
here for like $90 out of package. Decompose is $100 out of package.
Oh my god. Really out? Wow, I didn't know that.
All right, $65 for another Tendril. Dang, dude, I ain't got this kind of money, dude.
Yeah.
You some badass toys can't even do that.
Having Tendril on your little computer desk.
Yeah, dude, just look on and be like, man, let's see it.
Oh man. The monster's toy's eyes would also glow under the right light. It had like a hole in its head or something. Like I saw a little thing on YouTube.
Like that.
Yeah, and then the light would go through and then light up the eyes. So that's the whole glow in the light feature, which is really cool. Fucking awesome toys. I love the packaging too. If you guys see in the pictures there, you'll see some of the packaging. It's very cool, I think. So Joey's the only one that had. So, Joey, you had Decompose?
I think we definitely wanted him. I'm not sure if we had Decompose or not, but we definitely had Manga Core and the dude in the green, the regular like human dude with the green suit. I don't know if we had any of the other guys. I definitely remember him.
Okay. I don't remember these at all. Didn't know anything about this before I started doing research, and I was
Yeah,
like, whoa.
I definitely don't remember seeing a lot. There was just you may or not have had a Manga Core dude. I don't know, but yeah, there wasn't a lot. I don't remember seeing the cartoon at all. I just remember seeing the toys, and they kind of just came and went. So
yeah,
you know, we had one or two, and that was that.
There's a lot of toy booths at Comic-Con, all kinds of Comic-Cons, and I think I might have seen a couple there, but I just totally walked past it because I didn't know what the fuck it was. So I had seen them in person, but yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the toys. Going on to talk about this comic, there's not really a whole lot, but just to cover it, the comic was very short-lived, only 4 issues, but everybody that read it seems to actually really like it. Marvel Comics produced it under the Star Comics imprint in 1987, adapting the storyline from The Evil That Lives Within. 4 issues and left readers with a cliffhanger of Metlar's escape from captivity and Sandra Shore's transformation into an undead minion of Decompose. I searched on Comixology and I couldn't find anything. I really wish they put that on there. In 2009, Kevin Smith was rumored to be writing a reboot for the Inhumanoids comic series with George Pratt doing art. In 2010, Smith announced via Facebook that he was in fact not penning a script for Inhumanoids, but stated, "It was like a killer series back in the day. It's a shame it didn't last longer. Had some really gruesome shit that I wouldn't mind tackling someday. Nothing has been..." Oh wait, that's the end of his quote. "Nothing has been mentioned since, though it may be a possibility eventually. I personally would really like to see this rebooted, at least in comic book form, and if I find any kind of issues in a comic shop, I'm probably going to pick them up, because it seems like they're not too expensive." I did a little search on eBay for that as well, and maybe, Maddie, I don't know if you've looked that up too, but when I looked, they were around like a loose, like a bad condition, or fair condition was $4, to really good was $20 per issue, so it's not going to break the bank so much. And then I also found another commenter on Reddit talking about the comic book, and let's see here. I'll do it in my British wizard voice. "I only know the story from the comic of Transformers, where the Inhumanoids ran as the B strip. I can't remember why it ended. Either the comic ended or they dropped the strip. But the final panel was the moment you describe. That was probably 20 years ago, but I still remember it, and I wish I could find the..." Okay, this doesn't fucking say anything. I wish he really liked it, though. All right, anyway, I might cut that part out. I thought I was going to say something good about that. All right, anyway, the final section here before we actually do a reaction to the first episode is where we talk about the movie. And this is what's weird about it. They compiled the original episodes into a movie in the 80s for the cartoon, quote-unquote, movie, probably 80 minutes, 75 minutes, straight to video maybe. But as it stands, Inhumanoids hasn't never been mentioned as part of this Hasbro-verse of movies. They've mentioned Visionaries and ROM and all this other shit, G.I. Joe, Transformers, but they've not mentioned this. They I don't know why. Maybe it's too different? I don't get it. But the final quote here, again from Flint Deal, is that he said, "I'm sure. What would Hasbro have to lose, really? I heard they were thinking of bringing back Inhumanoids, probably under another name, but to my knowledge, nothing has happened. You know, I really need to rewatch all these again." So basically, that's it for that. And I'm glad you guys are into it. So, you guys ready to watch the actual show and comment on it?
I just want to say real quick, Netflix should pick this shit up.
That would be amazing, yeah.
Because, there's not like a kind of an adult an adult cartoon like this. I guess Castlevania is like the only thing.
Right.
That's like not like necessarily like it'd be nice to like not have something that's like anime, you know?
Right. Yeah, like an 80s style, but a little bit updated.
Yeah, I like some of the creature designs, but fucking Decompose got to get an upgrade, dude.
Too boxy, huh?
Well, yeah, you gotta make the skull a little cooler looking.
Yeah. How would you make the skull cooler?
I just think it just needs a little more more skull, like just more lines in it and stuff to make it look more like a skull, or to be like to do something weird with the jaw where it like looks like half of his skull has been like half his flesh is melted off, so you have like a full on like fleshy jawbone, but then the top part is like, you've seen Annihilation, right? Like the fucking bear creature in that, like it should look something like that, but with like its fucking rib cage open and shit. Maybe fucking sick.
The thing about Decompose, I think he's cool looking, but like it's like a walking refrigerator. It's so square. So square. And the human guy with the balls on his legs, like, that's not a great design. You'll see it in the cartoon. Anyway, you guys ready? You got it queued up?
Yes, do it. Oh, I mean, I don't, but let's do it.
Oh, fucking get it ready, man. All right. Everybody good? So now we're going to watch the first episode of INHUMANOIDS and comment on it. So let's take it away. 3, 2, 1, start. Pretty sick, right?
Humanoids, evil that lies within. Down in the fiery depths of the earth where nightmares begin.
Decompose has 6.
Inhumanoids,
It's like the hand on the Inhumanoids logo.
Oh, yeah. That one, yeah. Look at this fucking comic book shit.
Deep within the Big Sur National Forest,
Pretty cool, huh?
scientists
Is
today
Bill
are
still alive? Can we
transporting
get him
what
on this
many believe
podcast?
to be
I
the
need to get him,
skeleton
yeah.
Of a long-extinct dinosaur, miraculously preserved in an amber monolith.
He lives in L.A.
Man, that's some Jurassic Park shit.
This amber shit, this is an
Dr.
86.
Herman Armstrong. Excuse me, Herc Armstrong, leader of the Earth Corps, a government-funded research team
Herb.
dedicated to investigating mysterious events under the Earth's surface.
I think there's
Would
some
you comment on rumors that
1980s
the monolith
like
was emitting a strange sound
misogyny
and glowing when it was
going on,
discovered by a
too, in
pair
some
of
of this.
campers? And that the
Dang, it's a
trees seem to be
redwood.
speaking?
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for
What's that?
God, look at that hair, dude.
I'm not a big fan of the ball design.
This is Barbara Walker
yeah, I'm not
signing
either.
off from Big Sur, where mysterious events are definitely
I've been camping in
taking
Big
place.
Sur.
Oh, spooky. Is that a bird?
Yeah, I think so.
We're down 1 mile, Mr. Shore. Take the drill down 2 miles. But there's nothing down that far.
Nothing down there, folks.
Okay, you're the boss. Take her
Is that motherfucking Nick Fury?
whatever you say.
Straight down to hell.
The button is just an arrow.
Dude, get the fuck out of there, man. Nothing good's gonna come from what's happening.
You're not gonna save that, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much better this is than the other stuff. And the least known.
Probably why we did. It's probably why people didn't like it. They're like, I gotta think. I gotta pay attention to the story. Ugh.
I just wanted to watch a 30-minute commercial for toys.
City of San Francisco are too numerous to mention. Sandra Shore, benefactor of the Shore Museum.
Of the Shore Museum.
Thank you. Before unveiling this incredible find, let me introduce the brave members of the Earth Corps who will be studying this strange phenomenon. First, Herc Armstrong, leader of the Earth Corps.
Herc Armstrong.
Next to him is Dr. Derek Bright, designer of the Earth Corps Advanced
No.
Technology. And next to Dr. Bright,
Professor
Alder,
X.
distinguished archaeologist and the
Yeah,
man
that looks like him.
responsible for constructing
Yeah.
the Earth Corps' specialized suits and vehicles. And
Except this
finally,
motherfucker can walk.
Jonathan M. Slattery, better known as Liquidator, master of chemistry, spelunking, and sundry
Liquidator.
arcane sciences.
What do you think she's doing after the party? I find it very unlikely she'll
Oh,
be seen with
dang.
you.
Wow.
Obviously, she's a woman of refinement.
What a dick.
Now, without further ado, let us unveil the most
Yeah, there's that,
significant archaeological
you
discovery
know, it's a
of
little
the
questionable.
century.
You've never said that about a lady.
I guess it's not that bad.
I mean, I've probably said that. I don't know if I did it that creepily and then pushed my fingers together.
Right, yeah. I think the hand gesture is what...
Weird energy around that thing.
I think Michael Crichton just watched this show and then wrote Jurassic Park. This Jurassic Park meets King Kong right here.
God dang, Kevin Smith, make this a fucking movie. What happened?
Tendril.
It's trashing the bridge. Yeah.
He's strong, man.
Not even paying the toll.
That bridge ain't shit.
Fuck you, bridge.
Oh shit.
Can we just say the 80s laser sound is one of the best sounds ever made?
You know it's a laser when you hear it.
Yeah, I love it.
Sometimes I'm watching sci-fi movies. I'm like, oh, that's a laser noise.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know Optimus Prime's gun sounds, so. The Earth Core. We're not really here for the Earth Core.
According to this, the monster's cold-blooded, maybe cryogenic. It's like a vine. I need a tissue sample.
Leave that to me. Auger, don't you?
Dang, got a fucking chainsaw on his hand. But his helmet is a heart.
Yeah.
Some redesigns are in order.
Tendril can stay the same. I think it looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
So those police have laser pistols?
It's the 80s, man. They all had lasers. Whoa.
Shit. He's got Brussels sprouts in his leg.
Brussels sprouts. Yeah, what's up with the ball design?
I don't get. That's the first thing I'd change.
Get me out of this fucking amber, dude. It sucks. What did he say?
Very successful.
To her?
Oh, he can talk. I forgot about that.
I have no.
I didn't hear anything.
So these guys are buddies, right?
Yeah.
They get into that evil shit. Man, you should really put your robotic hand part of your suit on while all that shit's falling around you.
His teeth glow.
I would not have his teeth glow.
Just eyes.
If you're gonna do it, make them all glow or something. Like, why did just the tooth glow?
Snaggletooth. This shadow on her makes her look like she has a beard.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
What is that?
The acid? Water?
I think that's like a glue type of, or like that fire retardant type of shit.
Like fire?
Maybe. That's my guess.
I know Decompose hates it.
Yeah, it's one thing we can. One thing we know for sure.
Oh, his tentacles glow as well.
Tendril kind of looks like Man Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just grab that shit. Fuck your chopper.
I noticed they saved the pilots. They all parachute out.
Yeah, it's dark, but they're not gonna straight up kill people like that.
I do like that these helicopters are kind of futuristic looking.
Yep.
Wouldn't change those designs. I'm into it.
But since this is made in the 80s, this future is probably like in 1995 or something.
1997.
They were stupid back then.
That's when Predator 2 set. It's like 97 or 98.
Oh, really?
They had high hopes for us.
That predators would come and kill.
Oh, right. And Los Angeles would be a war zone, yeah.
Shit. Gas fucking pipe.
They're not coming out. All right, dump the
That Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star set in fucking 1990X, they call it. Some year in the 90s.
What, 1990X?
1990X is the year in Fist of the North Star.
Couldn't decide between 91 or 99?
Nope, they just...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're never going to make it to 2000, so...
And it's a post-apocalyptic Mad Max.
Oh,
simply
man.
vanished, leaving behind more questions than answers. Were they from outer space? Mutations caused by toxic waste? Or were they a mass illusion
No, it's from
created
the
by the
Earth.
stress of modern living?
It's from the Earth.
The Earth.
Right.
Encased in amber. Come
Just a
on.
doodle.
Was it global warming?
Tissue samples are growing at an incredible rate.
Earth to Dr. Bright.
Oh, it's a doodle, I think. Violet.
How violet.
It's a doodle.
Hey, look at this, guys. 12th century. Looks like our buddy from last night's been around for a while, huh? Is it so? Okay, just thought you
Oh,
might
sick.
be
It's got an old book that doesn't exist.
From the center of the
I found this in the archive.
but we have no evidence that they're extraterrestrials. We think it came
What's
from the
this
center
suit?
of the Earth. What do you mean, tell it to the global
It's his undersuit for the robot suit? Maybe?
Looks like we're on
There's a lot of chafing in that robot
I
suit.
hate red tape.
Yeah.
So, where should we start looking for the creatures?
The way I figure it, they must have escaped into the bay. Let's take the sub and start our search right here. Augur, the answer lies in the forest. Remember the vibes?
Vibes? Let's be a little more
Vibes?
professional, Liquidator.
Well, then let's hear your theory.
All right. An oil worker reported seeing the
This is the only guy that
monster
seemed
come
like
out
a
of the drilling
scientist.
shaft.
Maybe it's because he has the
That
coat.
shaft will undoubtedly
They
lead
tricked
us
you,
to the
Andrew.
bottom of this mystery.
Look how long his beard is because of that shadow.
Yeah.
Augur, I'll accompany you. Bright, check out the shaft.
The shaft.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I do kind of like the level of detail that they put with like the shading and stuff, because I feel like some cartoons would just kind of like be like, ah, fuck it.
Right.
So it's, I mean, I guess this was, you said the first 6 or whatever were a movie?
I think so, yeah. They're not one-shots like everything else was. They all run together. They're one cohesive storyline.
Well, it's probably, movie probably had a bigger budget than like a normal cartoon. What the fuck? That's just terrifying.
That face.
These guys are awesome. The Redwoods. The music's pretty good, too.
Kill him with love.
50 feet. Walls are covered with strange markings. I'm going deeper.
I have bear traps on my hands. For some reason.
You know, these suits look a lot like those Centurion guys.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
A chamber. It appears to be a
I'm surprised they
cell.
never brought back
I
Centurions.
suspect
Right.
that the tendril monster was imprisoned here.
How'd he get out? Oh yeah, because they exploded that grill.
Oh shit.
Judging by the path of destruction, the creatures would have entered the water near the Golden Gate and...
Headed just about anywhere.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Look, an old B-29. Probably crashed during World War II.
But the fuselage looks like somebody stepped on it.
Look, a footprint.
There's another.
Let's hope we find the monsters before they find us. Look out!
Tuna fish. They aren't our problem today, Augur.
Tuna
I'm taking us up.
Sorry. I guess that old wreck sort of spooked me.
No doubt about it. The monsters.
You're right,
couldn't
there
have
is a
found
lot of
better
shadow.
place to hide.
Yes, they
This is a
could.
very conscious
Hold on to your
choice.
seat. We're going in.
sure this is a good idea. I'm getting a dip.
No, that's cool. I like that. At least it's different.
Must be in a lava tube.
A doorway to the center of the earth.
Maybe that's how they like cut some cost. Let's just put some shadow there. It'll be fine.
Right.
All black.
They drew the first draft of the Batman animated series on black paper. Yep.
Dang, look at that tendril just creeping.
These guys are like buds, dude.
Crushing us like a tin can.
Put on your helmet. I'm blowing the pressure bolts.
That guy's got kind of the coolest suit, maybe. You don't think so?
I think he's got the coolest suit out of the. Yeah, it's not cool though.
Well, no, it's not cool, but out of them.
Purple dude's helmet. I just don't understand why it's a purple suit.
I don't either.
Yeah, concussion grenade. Concuss this.
That ought to give him a headache. Breaks my heart.
That was pretty awesome. Underwater battle. That's the shit. My name's Flathead.
Looks like a graduation cap.
I think that underwear out too.
I know, it does look like that, yeah.
Dude, those guys, the fucking Inhumanoids are huge.
Yeah. They're like kaiju.
Yeah.
It's like an American kaiju thing.
Is there just the two, or is there a third one?
Yeah, there's more, but not. I don't think in this episode. Actually, this dude's suit might be all right.
He splattered appointment. They'll need a spatula for him.
That's a terrible tragedy.
Was his eye patch on the other eye?
Trigger the cave in.
I don't think so.
Nobody can
Okay.
prove anything.
So is he the evil corporate guy?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Our work is done now.
Try to throw it in anywhere.
I definitely think they should be wearing their helmets more.
Yeah.
To acquire the plans for Earth Core's environmental suits.
Oh, it's Bumblebee.
Hey, look. We didn't know what we were doing.
Hey, look.
Look, dude.
That's what I'm gonna say too.
Look, man.
Really? We don't want it.
Kill him a buzz.
One should not steal what one does not want.
Look, you're right. I couldn't agree with you more.
I like that they kind of talk like the ants.
Pine cone from this forest.
Trees just talk slow, man.
I should have gone for a joyride in the sub with her.
Dude, I would be as terrified as he is right now.
Your aura is good. Your thoughts are pure. Let us show you the horror you have returned to the world. Long ago, a terrible war between the mutants and the evil humanoids raged far below.
Where's that dude at?
The inhumanoid Medlar, tyrant from the core.
Tyrant from the core.
Decompose
This dude's gotta be
the
good, man.
undead horror.
Fuck that house.
And Tendril, ravager of the Earth's mantle, set out to crush the Mutars. We, the mighty Redwoods, along with the peaceful Granites, and our
Oh, they're good guys.
Yeah, I love evil-looking good guys. That's awesome.
fought an impossible war against impossible odds.
That's the lava guy, right?
Throw in the fire.
Fuck you, bitches.
And drove tendril was sealed into a stone chamber where he stayed until humans released him. Decompose was
Plastic us just fucking shit up.
and toppled into an amber pit. And the
Destroying the world with pollution, letting the Inhumanoids go. Yeah.
the core's magnetic field. He is still confined, but I fear the others will release him. If that should happen, the world will never know peace.
That dude is terrifying, and I believe it.
I promise you, we will stop them.
You talking to me?
Huh? No, I was talking to.
You ought to get out of the sun,
I was
pal.
just talking to the
that's a good
Redwoods.
idea. Thanks.
I tell you.
Could you touch my balls real quick?
Born every minute.
No, I mean my legs.
They're attached.
And I am telling you, the trees were talking.
I mean, that guy could have just been hallucinating out in the woods, right?
When I was investigating the drilling shaft, I discovered a deep chamber which might well be this tendril's prison.
Then we must stop the Inhumanoids.
Replace the humans with the Exo Squad.
Alright.
Then you got two cool designs. To be continued, bitch.
Man, I can't wait. Where's episode 2? Fuck.
How does that end?
Binge it. All right, free conversation, guys. What'd you think?
Dude, that shit was sick.
It was cool. Would have been good to see more for sure.
Dude, this should be the show we watch, we tune in for, comment on.
All right, we can maybe do a part 2 of this one, maybe.
Sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I just need to see Decompose like swallow some people and they just like wither in pain and
Dude, there's
suffocate.
okay. I saw a shot. He opens up his rib cage, right? And
Yeah.
I think it's like clear, like his abdomen. So you see the people like withering away in stomach acid. it's fucking like, how in the fuck did any of this? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I need to see him just grab like 5 people and just swallow them whole and all like
Yeah, man.
kicking and screaming.
So pretty much everybody had a good time watching it.
Dude, it was awesome.
All right. Yeah. It's just like, it's like this is the best hidden gem. They're sitting on it, and they're not doing anything with it. I don't know, man. It's weird, and they want to make a whole new universe and not do these guys.
Why isn't this a new comic book?
Right. It needs at least something.
Yeah. I agree.
All right.
Hey,
If you guys made a
Mass?
movie, let's say there was a live action movie being made. Who would direct? Who would you cast? And what would your overall tone be like? Go ahead, Maddie.
Oh shit! I get Neil Blomkamp on this shit because he's already done the weird insect creatures from fucking District 9. He could totally pull it off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'd just have him write the script too. Maybe I don't know. I kind of want like a kick-ass writing duo to do it, but he seems like I've liked all his movies, so yeah, sure. I'll let him write it. Actors wise, dude, I did just see Sorry to Bother You, so, and I love me some Army Hammer. I'd throw him in there.
Yeah. Oh God, actually, he'd be great, wouldn't he? That's awesome.
Who else would I put in? I mean, it's 4 white guys, so let's switch it up a bit, right?
Right. Yeah.
What else I'm putting in there? Like, you know what? I'm gonna do another Lakeith Stanfield. I think he'd be sick in there because I love that dude from Atlanta. He was in Sorry to Bother You. He's in the Death Note remake as L. Who else would I put in this fucking movie? Let's get a lady in there. Dude, I'm just using the cast from what?
Ruby Rose.
But can she act?
She's fine.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other good actresses out there.
I know. Vikander? I don't know.
Sure, let's throw her in there. Tessa Thompson. This is like,
Yeah.
honestly, it's just because I watched Sorry to Bother You and all these people are in that movie. It's basically my cat. Got one more dude.
Michonne. Oh no, another dude.
I mean, that'd be sick. I'd put another girl in there. Fuck it, man.
It'd be fucking awesome.
It would be.
Kind of like Annihilation again. Kind of mainly a female cast.
Maybe that should be the fucking, like, Annihilation with giant monsters in it. Fucking chicks in fucking, like, cool-ass mech suits. Dude. I'd watch that fucking movie. That'd be sick. Or, like, 3 girls, 1 dude. Let's do it. I'm in.
Sounds good to me. 3 girls, 1 dude. All right. Joey. Don't be lecherous.
I'll pass. I think
All
Matt
right.
did a good job.
All right. Johnson, you got anything?
Well, I think Maddie's well within the trends of the day. I would, put it, just flip it and make it all women, and there you go.
Who, like, we just saw Shane Black do kind of like, it's looking like fun, gory, like he could even do it, maybe, I don't know, or,
I think a horror movie director would be good, like Adam Wingard or something. He did, like, Blair Witch and Death Note.
Who directed It?
Recent one. God, what the fuck is that dude's name? He
I feel like he could
Mama
do
as
it.
well. Yeah.
That guy.
I think a horror movie director would be kind of perfect for this, just because of, you know, having the Lovecraftian themes and, like, the creature stuff, and, like, definitely someone who has a good visual style that is, like, you know, as a director, like, what they want the Inhumanoids to look like, I think is going to be really important, that you, like, kind of retain a lot of, like, you know, nostalgia to them, but updating it enough to be like, oh, that dude looks sick as fuck. Like, I think it would be cool if the Inhumanoids looked like as scary as possible.
Right.
And it would be like a darker movie. It'd be like a weird, like, horror sci-fi action movie.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I think even like Netflix doing like a television show, like a, you know, not a cartoon, but like live action could be sick too.
And if Hasbro wants to not sleep on this, they could do like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type of thing where it's still canon in their Hasbro verse, but it's a TV show on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know? So many things are possible.
I mean, I don't know, like, I mean, I think a movie would be cool too, but I'd honestly, like, just to string together and maybe redo like the first 6 episodes or something as, like, you know, a 6-episode television series would be sick.
Right.
You know, I mean, definitely expand on stuff, make it an hour long. I mean, it could be done.
All right,
I wonder
cool.
if the budget would just get too much because of the giant creatures.
It would. I mean, they would end up being CG, honestly, more than likely. But
Mind them being like maybe the size of like the Ultimate Predator and the new Predator film. You know, like 8 feet tall, 9 feet, however fucking tall that thing is. Like, that would be cool because it'd still be a little bit. They'd still be menacing, but you could kind of get away with like a lower budget. Like, you could shoot it like a horror movie, you know, because it wouldn't be. You know, you wouldn't have to have that grand scope of like fucking like helicopter shots and, you know, crane shots and shit, you know?
Right.
But that's just me thinking out loud. And you could even add some new Inhumanoids to it. Get some new toys going. Shit, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love the different scale with the toys too, with the monsters being big and the humans being a lot smaller. That seems like that'd be a lot of fun just to play around. Like, I'm in my fucking 30s and I can just see myself being like, raw with the fucking toy, you know?
Yeah.
Destroying some humans and shit. Be fucking awesome. Lego set, not gonna, like, being destroyed by Tendril or whatever. Be kind of cool.
I mean, I'm sold. Let's watch it. Let's make it. Let's do it.
All right, thanks for listening. This is going to be put into our Superhouse Infocast playlist. That's also where we have our Doctor Strange and the Occult episode and our top video games conspiracies episode. And also, we're going to be putting it into, of course, the Hasbro Verse playlist on SoundCloud as well. Thanks again to Shasta and Matt Herring for their Patreon patronage.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you too can become a Patreon patron. Just visit us at patreon.com/SuperHousePodcast. That's patreon.com/SuperHousePodcast. And we are on all social media. You can find me at Thunderwolf Lives on Instagram and Thunderwolf Drew on Twitter. And Maddie, one more time, what was yours?
You can find me on the gram under Old Beardo.
The gram. You can find me on Snapchat under Foot Prisons. All right. And Joey?
Lonesword on Instagram, Lonesword3 on PlayStation and most video game console things.
All right. And Johnson, you have a P.O. box in Latvia.
Oh, you can find me on PlayStation under Scott_Blackula.
He's also in Lithuania, not Latvia.
Right,
Lithuania.
right.
God, those are the fucking same. All right.
Get some hate mail.
I mean, they're not. They're totally different countries.
Yeah, you just offended probably less people than live in the Los Angeles area.
Oh, I'm pretty sure of that. Fucking more people in Pasadena than those two countries combined, probably. All right, and also definitely check us out on YouTube. We have stuff on there all the time. Most recently, Stefan's Hot Package series, which is his toy unpackaging series, I guess you could say. And then, as always, please leave us reviews in iTunes, because the more that happens, the more it increases our visibility, and the more popular we become in the iTunes store. So, yeah, it actually is very helpful. So if you could at least leave us 5 stars or something, you don't even have to write anything. So that's basically it. This is Andrew signing off.
Joey signing off. See you.
This is Matt. Bye-bye.
Johnson out.
This is Stefan from the SuperHouse Podcast. Be sure to check us out on Patreon, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and any other godforsaken social media outlet that we should be floating on.
We are basically on all social media.
Yeah, all social media.
Mainly Facebook and Twitter and Patreon.
Check out the links in the description.
We have a lot of cool goals set up on our Patreon. Like if you donate $1, you'll be able to give us a topic for us to talk about. And we'll talk about for maybe an hour or more. Who knows how long it'll take.
And that's pretty tight.
That's the coolest thing.
Wait, we're on the internet?
That's pretty good. If you
and we can make money.
What?
If you donate $1,000, you get full frontal nudes.
We haven't set that up, but it's a possibility. You give us $1,000, who knows what'll happen.
Check us out.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
You get to go on a date with one of us for $10,000.
But you pay for everything.
You get to have your way with Maddie for $20,000.
For $1 million, I'll give you Joey for a weekend.
For $30,000, we'll help you hide a body. Check out our Patreon.
SuperHouse Gigolo Project
2018.
Links in the description.